Okay, so you want to get better at GeoGuessr. You want to stop losing at GeoGuessr. Well, we all do. Losing is not fun. Even if you're not a competitive type, you want to lose less, right? So today we're going to talk about 5 tips that will help you stop losing in GeoGuessr. Ready? Let's go. So for tip number 1, you have to review the bad guesses and then correct them. So what I mean by that is when you get a bad guess in GeoGuessr, don't tilt and go to the next match right away. It's usually a good idea to get back into that guess and see for yourself, did I miss any obvious hints? Is there anything here that could have helped me to get a better guess than I did? So I'll show you an example. When you're in your duels menu, you can go to history right here. Then you can see for yourself all the recent matches you have had. I recommend doing this just right after you have lost the game or won the game, you know. Let's check out this one. This was a no moving game. I lost in just 2 rounds, so that was awful. The second guess, I guessed New Zealand when it was actually Chile and he was really close. So could I have seen anything that would have made me go Chile, or at least a better guess than New Zealand? Well, if you click on the flag here, you can get to the location. So this was no move. So one thing is the poles. In New Zealand, you don't really see poles like this. I can show you what I mean. This is what most New Zealand utility poles look like. They are mostly square-ish and they have a crossbar at the top. Also, you will often see this kind of metal sheet, which is a possum guard. I should have seen that the poles here are not New Zealand poles. So that's one thing. The road lines are fine, you can find this in New Zealand too. The other thing is the landscape. It didn't feel right to guess New Zealand. When you see the landscape and you feel like there's something wrong with where you're guessing, it probably is, at least when you get some experience, so look out for that too. So maybe I should have thought, this doesn't really add up. Where else could this be than New Zealand? One more thing, the driving direction is huge, right? So as you can see, this is the front of the car, but at least for me that's not like super clear. But what I could have done is zoom in, because you can see this pickup truck right here. It's actually driving on the right side, even though it's fairly hard to say. I think this would have made me really think about placing somewhere else than New Zealand. Also, you can zoom in on the back here and probably would have been able to figure out that these were driving on the right side, not the left side. So as you can see, it's not always easy, but try to learn from your mistakes, okay? It will really help you out. If we take this as an example, next time I'm thinking New Zealand, I will probably double check to see if the polls really add up. So yeah, review your bad guesses, learn from them. For the next tip, we have to talk a bit about mindset. Mindset is really important because the only reliable way to improve is to put the responsibility of your mistakes on yourself. Try to not blame luck, for instance. Like, oh, we got lucky, he's closer, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that might happen. But you know, you're gonna get lucky too. Everyone's gonna get equal amount of luck. So if you're stuck in your rank, for example, which will happen to basically everyone at some point, don't think that the game gives you bad matchups, that you're unlucky, but think, what can I improve to get out of this rank? Okay, you might lose 10 games in a row, but then the next day, maybe you win 15 in a row, right? It's a bit extreme, but you know what I'm saying. It's just averages. You can get lucky, you can get unlucky, but if you just focus on yourself, on improving and learning more metas, learning more landscape, just playing more and having more experience, you will rank up eventually. You will get better. If you focus on being better as a player, the rank will follow. It just will. That's how it works. So you can't just force your rank up there. Get better first, and then your rank will follow. So remember, mindset is important. And that feeds us into the next point, which is, are you having a bad day? Are you taking a lot of losses? Just quit. Come back the next day, come back later, come back in a week from now if you need it. Just don't force it. Look, I've been there a bunch of times. It's easy to spiral, continue losing and getting more tilted and more unfocused. Just stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just take this example. I had a really bad day here like a week or so ago. I lost and I lost again and I lost again and I lost again. And then I won one and lost. You see, I lost 7 out of 8 games before I decided to, okay, maybe I should come back later. Maybe you had a bad night of sleep. Maybe you're stressed about something else. Maybe your mind is not all there. Whatever the reason, just come back another day and you will play a lot better. My rule is if I lose 2 games in a row, I switch modes or I quit or take a break. You can decide if that's a good advice for you, but for me that really stops me from going super spirally downhill if you just don't look at this. Usually it helps me, okay? For tip number 4, subscribing to my channel. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Okay, tip number 4 is to practice and warm up with less time. So what I mean by that is try to force yourself to get less time to make your guesses. This will help you get quicker at looking for metas, looking for tips, looking for signs, and making guesses. It will force you to think faster over time. You don't have to go like a 10-second guessing, you know, but you can work up to it. So in the beginning, I would recommend start with like 3 minutes. That's a long time to make a guess. But if you want to get better at duels, most rounds in a duel won't go over a minute. So for me, when I warm up and I'm just playing casually to learn metas and stuff, I try to limit myself to 1 minute. And for you, this might be way too fast or way too slow. But my point is, practice with less time and then you'll be quicker. So when the duels come, you won't panic as much and you will be faster, thinking faster, looking for tips faster. It will really help you, okay? So for tip number 5, if you're not exactly sure what country you are in or what area you are in, try to use elimination tactics. And what this means is not necessarily know what country you're in, but know what countries you're not in. So I'll show you an example here. Let's say I'm not sure where I am in the world. We can start by eliminating. So if we see the sun is clearly to the north, so that means we're south of the equator. Congrats, you eliminated half of the world. Of course, this is an easy tip, but further you can go, okay, there's yellow middle lines. So that means it won't be in Africa. You just eliminated this whole part. And also, you won't see middle yellow lines in Australia as well. So you just eliminated this as well. So now you're left with like Indonesia and South America. So you have eliminated a lot, even though you don't know yet what country it is, right? And Chile usually have white middle road lines. So now you're down to like, let's say 6 countries or so. And if you want to go even further, you can see, okay, the poles, they're hard to see here, but yeah, they're square and they have an indent. If you know a bit about poles, you know that this usually happens in Brazil. You can't really find it in any other country here except from Chile maybe, but you already know that it's not Chile. So yeah, let's put Brazil. Of course, this kind of contradicts my last point because it can take some time, but I only had 2 minutes here, so you can see that you can do it pretty fast. And when you're explaining, it also takes a bit more time, of course. But if you're not sure, don't panic. Try to eliminate countries or parts of the world that you know it's not, and then it will help you hone in a better guess. If you feel like this might help you lose less in GeoGuessr, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I will come out with more tips like this in the future. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Bye!
Do